United Healthcare woman showed up 2 hours before she said she would be here the night before. So I went down and got her. And she came into my apartment. There was a chair sitting there waiting for her. And we conducted our interview right here. She asked me about my medications. I opened up my backpack and showed her my vitamins that I take every day. Now I'm going to add this to the rest of the interview. Are you September?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am so sorry about that. I have 2 people on my schedule with the same name, and I went to the wrong one.
Push the 13 on the inside so it goes up, because this one won't open even though it's right here, unless that one's gone.
All right, you coming up with me?
No, just come out.
Oh.
Are you going up? She just pushed 13, so it'll go up. So I can get the big one. Joe, are you doing something? Okay, we're going to 5.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I just turned on the computer. That's why I was like, okay.
No, it was. I have 2 people with the same name, and I just took a quick look at my schedule and started driving here. And I should have looked closer. So that's all my bad.
Well, Joe's the corner drunk. Then he gives everybody a hard time all the time because he needs booze or cigarettes. And he's been here 20-some years. Imagine all the people that he's pissed off. I made a scrapbook out of when I learned about the silver things in our teeth being half mercury. My son was 12 years old when I learned that and started saving stuff that I found about it. And that was long before the internet was so popular. And everything I got at the beginning was printed out of the library off the website. So I didn't want to write a book. I wanted to show people everything that was written about it. Yeah. So I made a scrapbook. So for 10 years I was scared about all the copyright information in there and didn't do anything with it after I made it into a book.
Okay.
It's right there.
This is for you. For having me here today. It's a spoon and spatula set. That right there, if that's okay.
Okay.
Is it okay if I sit here?
Yeah,
Right. So I'm just here to go through health information. My name's September.
That's quite a name.
Right. I'm going to start by getting a set of initials from you regarding our HIPAA policy. Just your initials, like your first and your last name. I mean, you can sign it. Okay. So just to verify, I've got your date of birth, 12/16 of 54.
Yeah.
Perfect. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to get your initials on this page.
All these. Oh, wow, I haven't had one like that yet.
Right? And this box right, that box right there.
Pushing buttons underneath.
That's okay. Nope.
Well, just my initials.
Sure. Thank Thank you.
I don't know that the last time I ever did that.
Well, that's okay. This is just regarding that.
I guess the check writing places you initial a couple of things, but it's just a C, but I've never, I guess I use my middle name here too.
Okay. So I'm just going to go through health information. Big thing is to make sure you don't have any questions about what's going on with your health care. Any questions you can think of the top of your head that you want to go through? But otherwise, stop me if something comes up and you have questions. First up, do you have a primary doctor that you see?
I've talked to 4 or 5 different people from your company already about this. No, I don't have one.
Okay,
I gave
I'm so
Dr.
sorry.
Zawadia when I got involved in all of this because I have known him. He was with Dr. Pettit when my
Okay.
son was born. I went to Dr. Pettit. But Dr. Zawadia is a born-again Christian. So him and I have always had that in common.
Good.
And I write to him on Facebook. And
Okay.
because God's real and living and people don't believe that he is, he's truly real.
Good.
My daughter-in-law went to Dr. Zawadia her whole life.
Okay. What medicine?
I never knew her until she was 22 years old. It was just that coincidence that Dr. Zawadia and Tom, he knew Dr. Zawadia because we went to Dr. Pettit's office. And Dr. Zawadia is like from, I don't know where, Afghanistan, somewhere way over there, you know. But the coincidence of Nisi, that was her doctor all her life. And after I found out I had a grandson born after my son died, she had a baby. And when I found out about it, I wrote him on Facebook Messenger and I said, "Did you deliver my grandson?" And he wrote back and he said, "No." And then a little bit later he wrote back and he said, "Yes, I did. I forgot." He forgot that Nisi was my daughter-in-law.
Oh. Well, have you ever had surgery before?
Yes, I've had several surgeries.
What surgeries have you had?
I had a cyst removed off of my tailbone.
Okay.
I had a cyst removed off of my wrist.
Okay.
I
Which
had
wrist, your right or your left?
my right. They called it a ganglion.
Okay.
The tailbone, they just called it a cyst.
All right. Any other major surgeries?
Well, tonsils.
Okay.
I had, what do you call it? After the kids was born, you didn't want to have no more, was
Like a hysterectomy or your
No, it
tubes
wasn't
tied?
a hysterectomy, just a tubes tied.
Okay. Awesome.
And I had mole removed the day I had my son. The doctor cut it off for me down by my pubic hair area that kept bothering me, and it was like big ones. See, like this one here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is some of the curious things about my life in that book, because I am covered in skin tags and moles everywhere. Some here they're bigger, and down here they're bigger. It's like by the organs, you know. I have no idea what my back looks like, but I know that my front and my neck and my face and everything is covered with them. And I have used many products to detox from the mercury because I had 17 fillings when I learned about this in '97.
Okay. What medications are you currently taking?
Well, since I don't have a doctor, people come into my apartment when I'm gone, so I never leave my computer.
Okay. Any calls in the last year?
Just my phone. I wanted to do this.
Okay.
You can put on there that I donated plasma for 25 years, so I know that.
Good.
I had blood pressure and cholesterol all those years.
Good.
And I drink alligator juice. And I take these every day.
Excellent.
And I'm missing my most important part. Half of my book is about germanium.
Okay.
I got one left, I've been saving it, but
Good.
this takes everything out of the blood and cleans it all up.
Are you allergic to any
The
medicine?
Tylenol.
Okay. What happens with Tylenol?
Break out in hives. When
Do
I
you
was a
get
kid, I
flu
took
shots?
Tylenol all the time, so that developed over time too.
Do you get flu shots?
Never.
Okay. How about the COVID shots?
Never.
Okay. Have you ever had a pneumonia vaccination?
Never.
Okay. How about a tetanus shot?
Yes, I walked and stepped on a rusty nail once and went in because it was very into my foot and they gave me a tetanus shot.
How long ago was that?
Maybe 35, 40 years ago.
Okay. Have you ever had a colonoscopy to check for colon cancer? Okay. Have they ever had you check for blood in your stool at all?
I had blood in my stool, but I can't remember what that was about.
Okay. Have you done a mammogram?
It's been a while.
Okay. Have they ever done a bone density?
No.
Okay. Are you diabetic?
No.
Good.
I've been tested for it 3 times, but no, they always say no.
Okay, good. Are you a smoker?
No.
Any alcohol use?
No.
Okay. So you use a walk or you use a wheelchair. Do you ever use a cane or a walker?
I walk around inside the apartment here, but my legs have gotten so bad that I can't go anywhere without the chair.
Okay. Any falls recently? Have you fallen?
My wheelchair tipped over and I fell.
Okay, how long ago was that?
Maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay. In the last month, have you felt tired or run down?
I'm always tired.
Okay. Any problems with headaches?
I move about town like this because it's easier than trying to go like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have headaches.
Okay.
My first chiropractor is 1978.
Okay. Any problems with your vision?
Since 2002.
Okay. Any problems with your hearing?
With my what?
Hearing?
My daughter thinks so, but I don't.
Do you get short of breath?
You know, I've been out of germanium for probably 2 weeks, and I have noticed that since it's been out of my system, I have gotten short of breath. So I know it really does a good job.
Do you get any pain by your heart?
I used to.
Okay. But not anymore? Not recently?
Not since I started using the essential oils.
Good. Any problems with diarrhea or constipation?
Sometimes
Okay. Do you have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom?
I do.
Okay. A couple times?
Not usually.
Okay. Any numbness or tingling in your fingers or your toes?
Oh, at least the last 30 years.
Okay. Is it your fingers, your toes, both?
Both.
Hands? Okay.
That's why I had them check me for diabetes.
Okay. Is it okay if I check you today?
No.
Okay. Any pain that you're dealing with?
My knee?
Okay. How bad does your knee hurt? Does it get to a 10 out of 10?
No.
Good. Is it like a 5, 6 out of 10?
It's funny because I have a girlfriend that's got cancer. They just told her now it's moved up into her brain, and that's how I write her. What is it today? A 5 out of 10, a 9 out of 10? How are you feeling today? That's what I write to her.
Okay.
It might get to a 6 sometimes.
Okay. Do you tend to have no pain?
No.
Okay.
My mattress has a 4-inch thick foam topper on top of it and several blankets because I feel the springs inside of the mattress, and this was the 3rd one I bought from Nebraska Furniture Mart since I got hit by that car. And they said, you can't return this one because they all...
Okay.
It's a small room, so I bought a twin.
Okay.
And they want $1,000 for one twin-size mattress.
Right?
But they only gave me $1,000 limit, so I'm out of luck.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'5".
Right. Do you know how much you weigh?
147. I've been hitting the machine in front of the pharmacy at Walmart since, I don't know, I have several pictures of the numbers on my phones.
Okay.
So like I said, I was donating plasma. I never went back to see if they would let me donate plasma in this wheelchair. I never went back.
Is it okay if I get a blood pressure on you?
Now that I've been talking, it's going to be up, but no, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So to test for diabetes, that's a finger poke, but you're not interested? Okay.
I started donating plasma in 1996 when I learned about it.
Good.
My kids were very young, and I didn't know that I could have an extra 30. It was $25, 10 and 15 that paid that. When I got hit by the
Here,
car,
hold
it
on
was
one second. I'm gonna
$170.
have you not talk for just 1 second while I'm doing this. Here, I am gonna have you take this one. Oh, well, it bunches up under there.
I can feel that it's already up just because I'm sitting and talking and getting up and get down and stuff in the chair to get out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing, the machine
Here, hold on.
at
What?
Walmart, you can't put your arm down like this.
Yeah.
You know.
$158.98. It's a little high. We'll recheck that here in a minute.
I made sure and took my vitamins yesterday and today, all of them.
Good.
So sometimes I'll skip over them, but, bottles run empty sometimes, and after reading new pages in my book, I made YouTubes out of them. I went out and bought me biotin and a
Yeah.
couple of other things that I hadn't had in my...
So as far as diagnoses, have the doctors ever been concerned about your health at all? Any health-related stuff they've been kind of wanting to keep an eye on?
My son was born in 1984. When he was 10, he moved with his uncle. After that, I wasn't at a doctor anymore.
Okay.
Except the emergency room visits, over. The last one was when I got hit by the car,
When were you hit by a car?
November 16th of 2020.
Okay. Did you serve in the military?
No.
Okay. When compared to others, how would you describe your health? Excellent, very good,
Very good.
excellent.
You want me to compare to others? Yeah. Very
Okay. Any difficulty concentrating or making decisions?
good. I'm 67. There's too many decisions sometimes. You just want to, close your eyes.
Okay. Any feelings of sadness in the last couple weeks?
Nothing that wasn't, temporary or my son's birthday was September 15th, so merging all that together with, he's been gone 5 years.
Okay. Do you still get out and do things that you enjoy? Or do things that you enjoy around
I'm
here?
on that city bus at least 2 or 3 times a week doing one thing or another.
Outstanding.
I do my own shopping. Nobody ever comes and picks me up and drops me off or takes me anywhere. I have to do it all on my own.
Okay.
And the bus drivers, some of them hate me, some of them love me, and
Okay. Right. Any concerns after you were hit by the car? Were they concerned about anything or wanted to keep an eye on anything?
the doctor in the emergency room told me I didn't break anything and walked out of the room. And they didn't bring me a wheelchair to leave the building after coming in on a stretcher. And I hobbled into the hallway and stood there and yelled until the nurse brought me a wheelchair. There was nobody else in that whole corner of the building. And she was sitting on the computer and said to me, "Go down the hall and turn left." I said, "Could you please bring me a wheelchair?" This leg is shorter than this one. Now, I have to put this one, I have to bend my knee on my good leg to put my other one to the floor. Otherwise, I stand on the ball of my foot on my left leg now. And in the past, my right leg was shorter and I always wore a lift in my right shoe.
I am gonna get a signature from you. That's okay. I'm gonna get a signature on this page if that's okay.
Well, I was wanting to show you these numbers.
Okay, yep, those are high.
Now this, mind you, is after getting on the bus, getting off the bus, and sometimes the bus parks, so I have to go uphill just to get on the bus. And, yeah, I go there all the time to Walmart because that's where your card that gives me any kind of grocery shopping, and I have to go to Walmart. So I take the bus all the way around town to 72nd Street because it gets you off right next to the store.
Okay, good.
And that's where my son died, right there.
Right, I think maybe we might have bumped it. Let's see. I think maybe your thumb is like, there we go. How about that?
But they took away my food stamps, they took away the child support, and started giving me instead $377 from the federal government budget, along with my Social Security check, which was a whopping $457 a month. In the beginning of this year, when that lady called me yesterday, she said I did a survey in January. In January, the state of Nebraska took $300 for Medicare B out of my $457. And then re-signed me up after that for Medicaid. But I qualified for Medicaid in October of 2021.
Okay.
So they stole $300 and then later on gave me back one of the premiums, but I ended up paying for November of 2021 in January, and then they gave me Medicaid back. So I don't have a whole high lot of opinion of anybody that works with your, everything.
And that's no
And not to
problem.
mention the problem, I had an insurance license. I was licensed to sell insurance way back in '89. So, I know how the business works.
Good.
But
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out. And if it's okay, we'll come back and see you next year.
I thought you were going to try my blood pressure again.
I'm gonna step out if that's okay, because I think your blood pressure is high again.
Yeah, it's high again.
So yeah,
I
there's
can
no
feel
point
it,
in
yeah.
rechecking it. It's probably just gonna be higher.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Take care.
You too.
You probably maybe just give this to somebody else. I don't need it. Okay, how are you doing? She's from United Healthcare. They came to do a home visit. If you hit both buttons, it'll come back faster. Well, that worked out good. I knew I wasn't going to use it. I just, I only have a few things, and I don't use them, and I don't need no more, As you can see, my home isn't really a nice, comfortable home, so. Well, if you got a whole pocket full of money, I'll take some of that. Well, I don't smoke cigarettes. That's usual. Is that a cigarette? No. No, I don't do that. Sorry, I made you miss the elevator. What? Well, she's a nurse, and that's what she brings for your visit. Yeah, no, it's United Healthcare, it's Medicaid. The company that's how Medicaid uses Medicaid. Through United Healthcare. And I don't like doctors anyway, so. She was very non-caring about anything and everything. She showed up 2 hours early after something yesterday. She's going to be here at 2.
Please hold for the next available She didn't ask me why I was living out of shopping carts. When I got this apartment, it said they had an 8-year history of roaches. Gary said you knocked on the door and you see them scatter. So I put everything in shopping carts 5 years ago, and it's lived like that. And guess what? I still get roaches.